very deep degree, both of these teams find themselves in the hole right now where this is a must-win for both sides. For 100 Thieves, because their strength and schedule
really
just gets ridiculous after this. And even if you look at the teams that KRU has coming up, 100 Thieves currently look like the weakest of all the teams that KRU has left to play.
Yes.
So this really is
5 seconds, get us in. Okay.
Turn the tide
Get
of what's
us
been
in
happening
here.
so far in VCC Americas.
Oh my goodness.
So no time wasted.
Missing out on 4 precious seconds. Okay, KRU on defense, 100 Thieves on attack.
Just off the rip.
Not a good start, is it?
Frenzy,
Great
frenzy.
start,
No,
but still.
no frenzies.
Mid is going to be
Whoa.
where 100 Thieves are
What's going on
to
here?
explore, using the Viper Orb just to try and clear out through it. And look at that, even just going quite fast.
Straight up
off the
split,
rip.
3 people here. What's the KRU flash like?
Anchoring and they're waiting right into it. There was no push or pull, waiting for it. A lot of the util going missing, but right into the firing line. It's absolutely flawless.
That's not how they wanted it to start.
That was read extremely hard by
Yeah,
KRU
that
there.
really was
They had
red
4
hand.
players ready to receive and destroy
They had
that 100
everyone
Thieves
there.
split
The
attack.
flashing was good. They all
100
heavy
Thieves
focused.
really struggled on
Over
their
towards
attack side
Kitchen with
last
the
time we
flash.
saw them on this map.
The recon was
Stella had to
incredible.
spike this pit up for, I think,
They
like
saved the
half
recon ready
the
for it.
attacking rounds and just never had an opportunity to use it.
Right, in
And
terms of
KRU
how they're going to
already
handle
looking like
this
they
one.
Put their homework in. They read that play
3 rifles, but it's a full buy, so every kill matters for 100 Thieves.
Desk was making note as well of the way that this the map pool at least has kind of landed with this series. Ascent and Split being the first
100
maps
Thieves
that both of these teams.
go for a knife,
And, no
and then now they're
strangers
going to
to,
join up and
obviously,
go over
100 Thieves have had
towards
their
A.
woes on this first one of Ascent,
Nervous
but,
already?
For KRU, I think they can find themselves
I'm
quite
definitely nervous
fortunate
for
as well.
100
The
Thieves on this
Split has
map.
been
Like,
that
yeah, it
second
hasn't
map that was
looked
picked by
great.
100 Thieves in some ways.
And 100 Thieves actually have been picking Ascent occasionally too, so
Yeah.
I think they've picked it in one of their series.
Imagine when
So
100 Thieves
in
were good at
theory,
pistols.
this
They
should
were.
mean
Do you remember?
that we get
Do
both of these
you
teams
remember
playing
Home
at some
Ground?
of their best.
At Home Ground, they had like
broken there, so Melzer feeling
over
the pressure.
80% win rate on
Giving them a
pistols or
bit of
something crazy.
cover. Wading right into it, just trying to jump straight into Melzer, cleaning him up, but positioning not really being held for the time
Oh
being.
boy, if he's
Cryo
on, that's a
afforded a bit of
worrying
an upgrade,
sign.
but Cryo getting the
That was nicely
confidence, or at
done.
least Kesner getting the confidence back with 4 kills.
1 death
The eco.
was only a
And this is going
Spectre.
to be a Jet head-to-head to really follow. Because if Kesnit is given any room, he's the kind of player that's going to push to the very limits, and then a lot of the times, beyond the limits.
Yeah.
So 100 Thieves need to be shutting this down early, and Kesnit will want to be pushing as far as he is possibly given space. Interesting to note so far in the first 2 rounds, Stella has not been
Cheeky
using
little camera
preset
look, I saw
Viper
that.
walls. He threw them
I
on the
saw that
fly
one.
in the middle of the
Right,
round.
Frenzy.
They were a little unusual, now just goes back to that default B.
Full buy round. Here we go. Let's see for 100 Thieves. In terms of this light armor though.
So initiate a utility to
for the
craft
2-9 loss
space
bonus,
for
they get a
Cryo
plan,
to
might be
forge
able
his
to buy
way down
next.
mid. No alarm bot here, no turret watching.
If they lose, that is. Just
And
worst
instead,
worst
KRU push
outcome.
out B main. Once
3-person
more, when that
push from
utility is
KRU,
used from the initiators in
and
mid,
nothing at
KRU
middle
are
at the
reading that
moment.
it could end B,
All
and
killjoy
they're
utility
taking
over
some
towards
space.
A.
Look at how
Damn,
deep
they're going to
KRU
go
are
undetected.
pushing out
3-person
towards B
push.
here.
This
I
is
mean,
devastating.
What a
This
note.
is
it was
nice
being
at the
mentioned
moment.
about the composition that 100 Thieves were playing over and over and over again, but when you lack
Oh my god, it's
Killjoy,
going to
you
get
would normally
weird. Where
have
does the
that with your
spike go?
attack side
And
default
how
of
deep
watching
do
that
they go in
space,
middle?
but 100 Thieves have also gained a ton of it themselves. Look at that deep push into mid from them.
When are these two going to start
Crazy,
thinking
though,
about
because
this
he'll
as
be
well?
catching
Spike,
speed,
I
does
think.
not find anything.
Wait,
Bang is
this-
watching for it.
No
the
way.
timing. It's so
Crowd,
important.
maybe?
Bang. Claims a kill.
Okay.
Klaus is looking the other way and he expects and anticipates.
Of course he does. I mean, the Sova is not going to be flanking on their own. Bang knows there's got to be more there.
This
You know,
is
what
a
is the time
damn
to
this
strike it?
crowd.
It's a little bit all over the place. It feels so damn awkward. Player's been caught out of
30
position.
seconds left.
And
That's
now,
right and center.
weirdly, Cryo becomes the lurker.
We got it twice.
100 Thieves are forced into A. It's such a weird round.
This is all over the place, but Cryo is that backstab right now. Waits it out, doesn't get a kill, dash to the side, trying to survive. Kesnet low enough, spraying it through. It's not the cleanest in the world, but it does get the job done.
It's a little awkward. Maybe lacking a bit of confidence. Definitely a theme that we'll be returning to, but it's 100 Thieves 3v2 in the post plan. The problem is they don't really know where these players are. Davies with an
Could be anywhere.
opportunity.
And a kill found.
Nade's
Now
good.
down to that 2-on-2. Nade
Nope.
landing right
Nade's
at the back
awful.
there of Dice.
I thought it was going to hit him in the
Double
back.
setup
That's a good
towards
nade
Hell,
to
dropping down.
clear out
Melzer with a
default.
flash to accompany it.
Whoa.
The util was excellent. The 1-2 punch.
Oh.
Beautiful flash from Davies.
and a fantastically crafted
That
bonus
was
round.
nice,
That
though.
is exactly what the desk is talking
That
about.
flash
The
was
fact that
so
100 Thieves' composition
nice.
on this map leaves
Oh my
holes
goodness.
that teams have exploited. Cloud9 put on a masterclass in exploiting the way that 100
Dude, they
Thieves
both
play.
ate the
And
flash.
not doing the same thing.
And the
but
nade was
showing us
actually
a
decent. I was
different
wrong as well,
weakness in
because
how
the nade went
Cloud9
like
are playing
is a
their
perfect
attack
one for
side.
default.
Nobody towards
And then he
me.
knows after the
Read
nade
play
that they're not going to be
perfectly, triple
default,
push
and then
out.
flashes under.
And then also, gorgeous utility to win a 2v3 retake. And that is going to hurt.
So a
hurt
lot of
100
times in
Thieves.
teams, and
Cloud9
we,
Yeah.
I honestly, we took a while to get good at this, but we got a lot better at this in terms of just
Their
counting
economy
certain
instantly
util,
pushed back down.
breach
They
flashes,
don't start the
KO
ult cycling.
flashes, right? All the stuff that isn't rechargeable, like Sage walls
Smoke
on
placed
certain
there
maps.
towards Cat. Now Kesnet
So
looking to
yeah,
try and take a fight down
I don't know
mid, and
how,
that is
good other
pure
teams
confidence, isn't it?
are
Word of the
at this
day.
point, but
Stella's Viper Orb is really interesting. He was
definitely
thrown out
has
a few times
some
in the
people
game
that
against
were
Cloud9,
like
but they
Soulcast
weren't
was
able to
really good
get
at staying
value
on top
from
of
it.
that,
It's
that
cool
kind of
because
stuff.
it allows you in theory to lurk through Cap and try and really pressure this tree area.
Yeah, Davies is left wondering where exactly they could be. He's going to have
Fnatic do it well, saw it in voice comms. Yeah, I mean, it helps so much. If you know that you don't have to play anti-flash at all,
holding the gun out, knows that they could have crossed
like when there's only one flash that you have to turn from, you should be
was
counting
just
those
good for him.
flashes.
A hard clearance to the side. There was no follow-up in sight. 100 Thieves now left scrambling for a bit of answers here, but they are on the weaker buy anyway. They'll
Hey,
take anything they
Mouse
can
is-
get.
it's a good
couple of
flash
kills
again.
would be magnificent for them. Flash over the top though. Kesnet relieving that pressure. 3 in a row.
Forward.
Wants to make it 4. Seems to be fully aware of where Derek's position is. And yet
He
there,
is farming.
He does it.
And they have an option here as
100
well,
Thieves
and they
have
can
been
get the
going for a
money
lot of
really
these
good. They
ace
could throw
splits.
him
And this
the
one
gun,
dealt
they
with
could get the
very
knives
nicely
out
by
if they
KRU.
wanted
Of course,
to.
weaker weaponry
They
for
could
100
make this
Thieves.
outrageous.
But the way in which they re-clear that area and instantly catch the kill.
Alright,
Cryo.
second buy for 100
Sure,
Thieves
the
now.
round goes very differently if Cryo wins the duel, but it did not look like Cryo was ready for that at all. And I think one of the big things that I'm noticing watching 100 Thieves is just that Cryo's confidence level looks in the tank compared to what
Yeah,
we've
I think
seen
it's
from him in
same
the
time,
past.
the
And I think that's
transfer
going to be a
market
struggle
for
going up
everyone.
against Kesnet. He's 10-1 right now, and he is going to push. They look like they want some kind of mid-crunch very early.
Wants to take the fight to them.
Jesus,
Flash
honestly,
pushing them back as
felt
well
like he
over the
nearly
top.
got one there, 32
Thieves
HP.
seem
So
to be
he's
ready
unlucky
for that
not
one.
to
I
get
believe
one.
that was Asanas that was hitting him in his face, so good way to try and dispel that aggression that was going towards them in mid, and a clearance there with the alarm bot.
They've used the Initiator utility mid and drone B main. This feels like it's going to be a B split here. Do 100 Thieves have anything to throw KRU off?
Wait,
Re-clearance into mid here, trying to take the fight to it.
yeah, I
To
mean,
the
why
side,
on
not
earth would
enough
there
for
be two
Cryo. He
people?
will be traded
Why on earth
eventually.
would there be one here and here?
Reasonable by both teams, though. Getting it down into a
Did
4v4,
not
and 100
expect
Thieves
that
going
one.
to try and split catwalk.
Barreling
Melza now.
forwards, Melza's close into the corner. What util to clear, Paranoia, waiting right through, Melza's still alive! And he
Holy
claims
hell, they're
3.
incredible at the
Rewarded.
moment.
And they just were not able to clear him out. Stella left with so much to
Damn,
do.
dude. These rounds are
It's insane,
mental.
just
The crowd
raw
is getting
individuality is what it feels
silenced
like
as
at
well.
times
It's
for
giving
these
me
crew
like,
rounds, the way they're winning them out.
it's taking me back to
Singular
like
players stepping
lock-in.
up in a moment of need.
Like the crowd is getting
But also 100
silenced
Thieves
when
are
crew start
not
winning
able to
rounds.
stop this kind of stuff from happening. The jump peak from Asana gives Melza the easiest first kill he could possibly ask for, and then bang swings about 5 seconds later.
Yeah.
So there's no trade on the player that's jumping.
Yeah, it was
And
clean.
also, Asana doesn't even take a
Damn.
duel really to begin with. So it's just the way in which
2
100
buy
Thieves are trying
rounds,
to get into
4
these
people
spaces
survived on it.
makes
Their
no
money
sense
is
to me.
out of
You think
control.
back
It's
to
in
how 100
LA,
Thieves
yeah.
used to play,
So, I
when we
mean,
had
that's
them
probably why.
up thinking about them being a great team. LCQ, Champions, the Red Bull tournament in the off-season. They look
Yeah, so someone
tight
said
with
in the
each other.
interview, and
They
I
were
don't know if
trading
this is
looked
across
gorgeous from people
everything,
like
and I
Bang
don't
and
know
Derek,
for
and the way that
100%. Maybe I'll
Asuna
ask
and
Cooper
then,
if he knows for
you know,
100%.
Will
But I
actually at the
heard
time were playing off them.
someone in an
It
interview
felt
say that
coordinated.
in
And
these
that has been
timeouts,
lacking
the
so
assistant
much from this
coach
squad.
and the
And I
coach
think
cannot
as soon
speak.
as it
Is in
starts to
both
break
of them.
down, then as a player, you
So that's
start
kind of interesting. That's
second-guessing
never
yourself,
been a
and
thing
it leads to the
when I was
confidence
there.
falling, and then you don't swing and
So
play as
I wonder if
aggressive.
it's the
And
same
when you start to
in
find yourself in a 5-0 deficit
EMEA
to the winless team in
and
VCT Americas, suddenly the confidence difference is
in
massive.
Pacific.
Crew are going to be feeling like it's their day.
You can feel it in the little plays from 100
Seems
Thieves.
chaotic.
I mean,
I think it can be fine. You got a whole
I don't
minute.
know what
It
is.
can
I
be
mean, the
like
hesitancy is what I'm noticing as well.
I
just
talk,
like what
you
you're
talk,
talking
everyone
about, the
gets everything
trading.
out.
It's not
So
there.
that's
Like you
interesting
said,
because
Josh, when you're up against the only
when
team
I was
that's
there,
winless in
what used to
America
happen
so
was
far,
all of this time here, you would just be
currently
talking to them, and then
yes,
like you would
admittedly,
get your 1 minute.
Ascent attack side quite difficult.
Kaplan confirmed
Even
this.
for the best
That's
teams in
interesting.
the world, but
I imagine all the
it's not
other
a great
regions are the
start
same.
so
I just
far.
haven't.
You've got to be able to pick up that
It was the
confidence
first I heard
somehow
about it.
if you are 100 Thieves.
No major ultimates really on board as well that they can craft a game plan around. That's another.
So yeah, maybe I'll ask Mini if he
Has
it's
some
the same in
level of,
EMEA or not.
predictability.
I imagine it
However,
should
we're
be,
looking
but
towards Cryo with
right.
Bladestorm.
100
Could be a
Thieves.
difference maker.
Low buy.
Moves forwards, can't get the kill. Davies just using his
Chat,
own
someone-
fragment
chat,
as
someone
well.
remind me
There's
what
no follow-up
their
there because of
perma
that
Vita
fire.
is.
Used to look the paranoia timing, dash still active for Kisnet, but
Someone remind me
looks
what
like to be
100
taken
Thieves
anytime
perma Vita
soon.
is.
The dart not being cleared, right into the smoke. It's
Pearl.
picking them apart. And they just cannot withstand it. It's flawless once more from KRU. 6-0. An absolutely dominant lead.
And KRU are definitely favored on this side of Ascent. Their attack side in the past has looked fairly weak. Not as weak as 100 Thieves, I would say, but definitely not the greatest. So, question becomes, how many rounds do 100 Thieves need on their attack side here? And I would be saying...
All right. Third
minimum
buy though.
3 plus pistol,
Let's see where they
right?
can get into this
Absolute
third buy.
minimum.
We only got
They've still
one
got
ult.
chances, but that means they need to win
Kind of
half
close
the
to
next
these
rounds
ults.
coming up.
Dude, they got like no kills.
Keep trying to
Chad,
put
do you
the
see
foot
the
on
kills
throat,
there?
make sure that cannot happen.
There's 4 people. Between 4 of
Used
them,
early
they
on
got
there,
1,
just to try and
1,
threaten that
0,
they could be
0.
taking control of A or
There's literally no kills on the board.
More aggression.
There's
is
2
being
kills
made.
between
And
4 of
this,
them.
This kind of thing is going to be tough for 100 Thieves to deal with. There are 2 players, Stellar and Derek, 1 orb away from being able to get their ults online. Derek's been forced to use his drone from so far back.
Okay.
And look how
Oh
active
god,
KRU
KRU
are.
going
They
for a
flushed
mid
up
crunch
B main
here.
early. Now, there's still more than a minute on the clock and they've taken mid. Or at least pushed people up close.
Given up a lot
This
of
might work
extremities
well.
to
Do we have a
so.
flashover when he wants to peek?
Heavy group towards mid. Is it going to be spotted out? It's all about that timing. And
Do we have
guess
a
what?
flash
Missed
once he gets
once more
out?
for
There goes the
100
flash.
Thieves. Flash to try and
Nice,
help
they
Keston
get
get
out.
out of there. But Cryo's going to see if he can
Tell you
do
what though,
any
KRU are
sort
doing a
of
good job of
damage.
changing everything
It's a
up.
little bit tempered now. Any aggression that was planned has been stopped in its tracks. And look at that with the dash active. There's no value to be gained from it. Doubled up setup of Elza.
Look at him at middle. He's gonna have crazy timing. He's- They just got too much confidence. They're doing mad stuff. They're doing mad stuff and getting away with it. I mean, look what's going on now. They double push middle. Derek's not gonna expect that. Why would you?
Derek doesn't know where to look. The Viper's been dropped down. It feels like pure desperation.
Oh my
With 20 seconds left in the round, what more can you really play for here? And it's just the angle being spammed.
Everything.
Yeah,
working
KRU
perfectly
are
there for
looking
KRU.
kind of unreal at the
They
moment.
flush
They're
out
changing
B-main.
everything up they're playing with,
They make Derek
so
scared
much
he has to use his
confidence.
drone from
and they are
basically
not getting
spawn,
shut down for
and then
any
they
of
go
the stuff
pressure
that they're
mid,
doing.
and every player that wanted a piece of that fight in mid got something out of it.
Yeah.
100 Thieves weren't able to flush them out. KRU aren't scared at all.
Damn, they're in
Like I
a
said, they're
really
gonna
rough
limit
spot,
test.
aren't
When
they?
they realize that 100 Thieves are not putting up any resistance, they are going to limit test. I mean, this looks like a 13-0, you know, Eccles getting dropped kind of moment.
Oh, God.
Jesus, my boy.
There's no reminders of that one. It's damage from the wall. Look at that one. Odin spam.
They just attacked my boy like that.
Now they want to pop into B, straight through Kesnet. How's he managed that one? Just tracking perfectly. Heard Cryo dash towards the switch, knew where to be spamming it through. It's up to Bang. What more can he do? Drop down onto the side, 1 kill. Second
Look at
one
their
found.
HPs.
Still alive in the action.
Look at their
Derek's got his
HPs.
back.
Oh boy.
Maybe this is what they need to try and get back into this one, but immediately, look at that, flooding straight through, and the spike, no chance in hell of that one going down. Bang, 26 health, got to do so
They really
much
need this.
in the moment, down to that one-on-one. Dodge to the side with a fragment nade, needs to kill.
They really needed that one. Okay, big round, 26
My
HP.
word, they needed that.
Yep,
Absolute hero play from
they
Bang
needed a
when they
hero
needed
play.
it
Gets
most.
4 kills on
Backs
this.
against the wall, Bang, with nobody really to play off, just leaps into sight and finds them 4 kills in the scrappiest manner possible. He has been the best player for 100 Thieves. This very young guy keeping his head in a moment where everything is going wrong. And now 100 Thieves take a timeout.
Yeah.
Their second one of the match.
Yeah, that's all the
Already in
timeouts
first
done.
half, which I think is quite telling.
Yeah.
Quite telling about the current state of the team.
I wonder if they wanted to approach this game just really fast, right? And then because they got so heavy shut down on the pistol, they just completely stunned them from doing any of the fast stuff.
I think they're rushing into things. I think when they try and play slow, there's pieces missing, there's hesitancy in terms of how they're trading and playing with each other. There's too many gaps in the play.
Another thing that 100 Thieves will
it's definitely a bad map for them, King. Like, definitely a bad map. I don't want to judge them too much on this map.
And Derek has his Hunter's Fury, Asna has the Null Command. Now, Derek has been punished going for these Gelato Hunter's Furies. You saw Sean break down a play earlier.
Let's see. Are they going to go back to faster stuff?
Cloud9 just got the read because he used it twice in their attacking half. So I would expect
this is starting to look like
it a little bit here. Asna has been a bit varied in terms of how he's been setting up that ult play.
This can work well, especially if the recon gets used early. Definitely a calling technique on this round where you literally wait for the knife, you wait for the server recon, and then that's your cue to just absolutely send it.
Heavy group up. Close up there with a knife, but disrespect immediately shown. Kesnit's getting away with murder, potentially the Hunter's Fury. That's his time to strike. Coverage, though. Okay,
nice
pushing
flash.
it back, but bang! No way! Davies is there to return the fire.
He was
just trying to follow
okay.
up
He must have been the guy that
aggression,
wasn't
but they
flashed
have
though,
managed
right?
to At least make their way into the site, but they have to deal with the back of it. The players anchoring. Nice and still there, ready and waiting, maintaining, holding. Flash into the face of Cryo from every single angle. He just can't do anything. Crew overwhelming them.
Chat, can someone confirm? Can someone confirm if he ate the Omen flash then? Because there was two of them at middle.
Maybe gets a bit unfortunate, but also overstepped, I think.
There's
a little.
no way that
what's
hit.
Thieves' path into the site? It's Cryo trying to hold off the rotators instead of helping his team get deep into the site. So people are playing strange roles based on where you would expect them to be, and Crew just tear it to pieces. Look how aggressive Kesnit is in those kind of moments. He looked like he wanted to run Derek
Straight
down.
up reset. Straight up reset of money as well in terms of this one.
When you're not punishing those openings that Crew are affording by playing that aggressive, okay. The spam there just from the Sheriffs, knocking him down to 5 health, moving away through mid.
Kesnit is just following every
They are
piece
speeding
of
up though, they're going a lot faster. But the thing that isn't going to work is he's just saving this all the time. Now this might work, to be honest with you. They wanted to speed this up now, they kind of have a good chance. Recon just got used.
He's currently 16 and 3, I think.
Nice one-way smoke
though. He's got 5 health, and I think he's still going to try and find kills.
And when he feels like he can fight every single battle,
he's definitely the blinded guy that got the kill down. That's mad,
even against the weaker guns. Not worried about it, but there we go. Maybe a mistake opened up for it. So rifle dropped all the way to the back, probably not retrievable.
Knife hits no one close, so they don't have to worry about any of the close angles.
Backs away to the side, still anchoring in these positions. Klaus returning forward. Paranoia is good. It's going to be blinding all of them, but there's a one-way in all of their faces.
These Omen smokes right now from Malza have been unbelievable.
Still swarming the site. Couple of upgrades with the rifles now and the weapons, but the spike has to go down, and it will do just that.
30 seconds left.
And this round looking massively winnable. That flash combo from Asna and Bang made a lot of
double
difference.
flash,
Even though there was a
nade,
mistake with the sniper.
knife in a bit, Omen flash as well.
Get in here. Both flashes and Paranoia still available.
Tons of use still available. In fact, Davis could use absolutely everything here and get a lot of value. Fragment nade against the box. That's going to push the common position out as Cryo has to adjust. Flash into the back of the site, but there was no second peek by Melza. Couldn't quite find his way in there, and at this point just opting most likely into saving. Has to be the percentage play. It does mean 100 Thieves will be claiming this round eventually. They'd love to get another rifle out of the hands of Melza for it.
Nicely handled. They also hit they also hit B in the sweet spot, right? Their recon was still down. Obviously this kill helped a lot.
I mean, that's the bare minimum.
That was their signal to go, but a lot of times when they've been going over towards B, they're getting wrecked by this recon. It's the first round they used the recon to get mid-info in terms of market, and they hit the site without it and managed to overwhelm.
That's exactly what they've done so far. Lost 1-1-1, lost 1-1-1. And this particularly being a thrifty.
This is a massive turning point.
8-4 isn't horrible. Mate, they would...
It has to be.
8-4 would be kind of a miracle with how this was looking at the beginning.
To get some space over in B main.
Crew have been playing incredibly grouped up. Kesnit's been supported usually with a lot of the utility from both the initiators. This has been just heavy how they're playing the defensive protocols on this defense side.
It is really strange to see Derek being the player controlling B main rather than using his Sova utility for them to take space, but this drone is just supposed to be a bit of a fake and open up space on Cat. There's still 2 players here.
Yeah, spamming the common positions there for
Hey,
the
this
smoke.
is pretty good at the moment. We've got a full retake setup though. If Nax gets a kill, it's huge.
Of all of that util, and look at the way it's delaying them. There's so much
my.
damage. Corralled into the corner. Chunk down.
Nearly got a kill from it.
60 health moving forwards. Spike, it's so precarious. Look, no confidence with the way they're taking this one, but now Hunter's Fury to try and disrupt this plan. Derek's looking this way, that way, doesn't know which way to look. And now all the fight be taken by KRU.
Still have a good chance. Stellar's gonna get smoked off, so he's out of this one.
This is where big plays potentially need to be made in the 4v5. Cryo looking for anything. Bang has an ult potentially to reposition. The flash not comboed with the peak, but just to kind of keep KRU back.
Paranoia is good though. Flips all the way through, drops down, Naxus right in their face, Bang. Has to hold it down, has to hold the line. As the players are swarming the position, everything's known, drops
Two
down.
bullets.
Watch for it's a one-on-one. Stella versus Davies. Hundred Thieves need to win this one. Time pressure placed onto Davies' shoulders. Doesn't get but he wins the fight regardless. Enough time in the end, potentially stands right down to the wire, .49.
Oh my god. KRU did a lot. He really did.
Last round before the switch.
KRU even messed their timing of the retake up a little bit in terms of the recon just going slightly before the Omen flash.
And they have been in the map so far. But Davies is sneakily good. And he's excellent in those kind of
Omen
positions.
flash itself was nice, yeah.
Very precise
Just
just
the timing was slightly off, but it didn't matter. Still win the round.
Forcing the peak out of Stella.
Okay, last chance for them to get a 9-3. We got
and now I think this is it.
They've had no ults. I mean, they've had no kills. Like they're literally not getting kills. So we've just had
what a wide swing.
What the hell? We just had no ults. Man, Prius.
And he does get rewarded. I know to push them back away once more. Okay, evened out a little.
Prius is having a nightmare.
They look like they want to rush right into this one, into that B split again, but these anchoring players of KRU are making it a nightmare. There was a Omen TP being used. They are really just falling apart.
Wait, that's actually a crazy play.
All the way through, player cleaned up, just down to Nags now.
Bang ulted into the front site, and everybody on KRU thought he was in back B.
Yeah, they were using util.
They were using util, they turned their eyes. And Nax is left in an unwinnable spot.
Okay, well they managed to win the one. I had no idea what was going on. I had no idea what was going on. That one felt mental.
Might have given them the slimmest lifeline to hold on.
3 rounds is what they've gained, and now we move over and swap the sides around as well. KRU's attack side on Ascent. In the past, it hasn't looked as good, but we'll find out what our allies have to
you
say
get a
as well as
pistol.
they break down that first
They have a bit of a rough time just because of their comp though, so they got to defend mid with bodies.
Thank you very much, Brett and Josh. A little bit of first half dominance there out of KRU, 93. Though I will say, they did what Josh asked of them once they were down 6-0, right, in the half. He said, get half of the rounds here, pistol in the next half, and maybe 100 Thieves still has some life.
Yeah, maybe. They managed to recover this to a doable half, but we were still seeing so many of the issues that we were talking about in the pre-show rearing their head again for 100 Thieves. In these mid-rounds, they were leaving gaps. The coordination wasn't quite on point.
It was a bit
on
of
the
a different
other
meta
side,
back then,
each of
King
those
as well.
gaps and feasted. Kesnet and Melzer were
Like
going
the whole
insane
chamber was
that
just
Yeah, Kesnet
chamber
actually
was just a
popping off.
completely
He didn't
different
look like
meta.
any player in this server was scared. Was anyone gonna challenge him at
Although
at
people
any
think
given
they're
time
kind
this
of
half.
alike, like
He just
Chamber and Jet
dominated
are
100 Thieves.
actually
And
pretty
100 Thieves, like you mentioned, they're
pretty
mid-rounds.
different.
Very lacking, right? They weren't drawing out utility, so when they finally pounced on the sites, they were just getting util dumped
Mad
on
Husk,
them and
don't.
Kesnet coming and cleaning it all up.
Yeah, and even the
I
rounds
was
they were
thinking
winning,
though,
it felt like
it's
they
a good
weren't
example.
finding that
I should write that one down.
disadvantageous position where they were taking damage from the util.
As an
KRU
example
was
of
set
why
up
we
to
need
win,
it.
But someone like Bang, occasionally, maybe Cryo would find a couple big kills to keep them in it. None of the rounds they won really gave me much confidence for 100 Thieves.
I think the only one that would have been that eco round that they won, right?
Sure.
They had, on B, they had to dump a couple ults to make it happen, but you're exactly
Sean,
right. The other
yeah, he
two
probably
felt
just
like
wants what's best
individual,
for them.
outperformances by Bang.
He worked with
Still,
them for a good amount of
9-3's
time.
doable. If they can get this pistol round, maybe they can get things rolling. In their last match, they almost brought back Ascent versus C9 on defense. Their retakes are really strong with this Viper comp.
Yeah, and KRU has
Hey, maps, you
historically
think you can run a
struggled on this
Phoenix
attack
comp?
half.
Does
We
any
sound like
Phoenix
we're
comp?
coping a lot here, but
Lotus
KRU can run
Ascent.
into a wall. This is the defensive
Oh.
side of Ascent. but 100
That's
Thieves
pretty
is
much it.
lacking
You're
that
gonna
sentinel,
you're
which is what I
kind
said in
of
the
gonna
pregame.
get wrecked on
Nothing in
any
middle.
of them up. I
I'm
think.
looking for Kesnet to keep up his pace on this attacking side. He really struggled last time.
But the reality
Haven
of Valorant
Phoenix,
is
yeah,
if you
but
get
you
9-3,
lose-
can
you
9-3
lose a
on
big-
the other side, and that's what 100 Thieves needs to do.
You lose someone too
+1
big in
to
my
get
mind.
The dub. We're getting that second half underway, so back over to Brennan.
Obviously
Sideshow
in
for the
ranked,
call.
absolutely every single map, but in terms of
Thought 100
actual
Thieves to claim that
proper
pistol
games,
round like the desk was
you're losing too
hammering
much.
home, and there is reason as well to believe that they could potentially mount a bit of a comeback. KRU haven't looked the best on their attack side of Ascent in the past yet. What an uphill battle it's going to be.
Breeze.
think
Actually
this
didn't
pistol
mind
round
the breeze.
is actually
The
a
breeze
big
one,
one
but
for
it's
KRU
kind of
to
out of the
win.
map
Just
also.
don't even
I'm
give
forgetting about it.
100 Thieves
Right,
an inch
100
here.
Thieves have to win a pistol. What?
Fast, paranoia.
That-
Lovely knife, they'll push the
Oh
ball
god,
back, and that is
they
great
ate the
spam
recon.
damage. As they're being forced all the way back from that one. Drop
The
down to
recon
15
or the
now,
knife,
no kill
pretty sure
claim,
the
but it
knife
is
hit
a herd
every
of
single
elephants
person.
just
So in reaction, they took a lot of
stomping their
map
way through
control.
mid, trying
As
to
we
make
can
their way all the
see,
way
short
through.
is
Look at
just
this
fully
deep push
open.
through A main as well.
Oh my
It's been
goodness.
covered from many angles.
One
and
person
100 Thieves
fake.
have really surrounded almost every position, but they've lacked a lot of
Damn.
info in mid.
No way they
They've given
turned
up
this
the
into a
space now, and
favorable
look at
round.
this. Ring around the roses, KRU just running rings
No
around their
way they
opponents.
managed to
Derek
turn
has
this
be
into
the
a
man of the
favorable
hour
round.
now,
This is
anchoring at the
nuts
back
at
of
the
the
moment.
site.
Keep an eye on this weird timing at
Stole
middle.
defender. Knows is being approached from this position now.
Just
Dropped
managed
down
to win
off
it
the
out.
corner. One shot found. Will he claim the second one? It's that jumping right click. Klaus ends up being favored in it.
Is that 3-on-3?
3v3, plant goes down. Nobody scanned by the dart that Klaus sent out, as Davies was looking to play aggressive. So this is as straight up as it gets in the retake.
Still a paranoia available for Bang. This could be a massive tool to use. Cleaves all the way through into the site. Two players watched out for. Kills need to be found. No, kills need to be found. How does that
Ah, nice
happen?
trades from them. I
Davies
cannot
working magic with the
cannot
frenzy.
believe
And
that
Magset,
all
with the
5 of
safest
them
hands of the world,
get
managing to
detected
close
in
that
this
one out, so the
area.
pistol does not go
They
100
do
Thieves'
this,
way.
and then loop
Another
back
huge
round
moment from
and go to
Davies, just
this,
to shut
and
the door in 100
somehow,
Thieves' face. This is going to be a dominant map.
somehow
by the look of
it's a
things.
1-1,
100 Thieves are not on the
2
attack
or
side,
over
they
here,
don't get the plant money.
and 1 over here. Like they completely owned
What can
them.
they force with? They don't even have that
The
much.
callback to go
So,
up short and then
KRU are
middle
looking
was everything.
Very good here.
Yeah, and then obviously
The
really
issues
nice
that have previously reared their
after plant
heads,
positions
I don't think are even going to matter
in B.
because they're so close to the finish line.
Whoever this was, I want to say it was Melzer, it could have been someone else.
3
Whoever had
rounds,
the
full stand
frenzy
between them and winning this
here was
opening
just
map.
did everything.
And
Was it
let's
Melzer?
talk about things again here. KRU, winless, are going to be feeling incredible.
Was it
You
Davies?
heard it from Davies earlier. As soon as they
Davies,
get that
okay.
first win,
Then
he
yeah, he
felt
did
like
great.
all of their confidence
Calling was really
issues
good in this round
would
as well.
seep away. That the team would have a feel of what it's like to win on this stage.
And they're hungry for it.
Dude, they got boomed
Being
out.
winless,
Double pistol,
and
right?
Look at their upcoming record in terms of their matches as well. They're going up against teams like NRG, Loud, Leviathan, Sentinels, Cloud9. This is their best shot to try and get that win. 100 Thieves. Nice response from them. Their own half by.
Looking pretty good. We have a recon.
Yeah,
They
this could
broke
now
this
player
as well.
advantage.
Create pressure
This
here.
could get dangerous now. It's not like there's any weapon upgrades, but there's still 4 sheriffs that they're up against.
It might have to be that individuality popping off now.
It's another really nice mid-round call.
Yeah,
Just
I
the
like
pistol
this
where
as
KRU
well. The
faked
calling's been
catwalk and
great
went
from
back to
KRU.
B. This
Just
time,
cutting
the
sounds.
noise re-hit.
Just the
100
killjoy was
Thieves
here
have
because the
been
turret
baited
was
into the
active, right?
rotate
And the turret
both
goes down, and
times.
they're expecting them to
And they
walk
contact
back
all the
and
way
take
through.
control. So they actually
Nobody
think
to meet
100
them.
Thieves would be doing
Stella
the most normal
playing
thing
a
would
very
be to do,
passive position, but now he's
piece
gonna
to
be here
stack
and
A.
charging all the way
So it's
up.
like a real brain off at the
Back on the
moment,
A side.
and
Plans
KRU
gonna
are
start to go
kind
down
of winning
here.
it.
Seconds to spare, placing themselves into this post plan. What utility do they really have to try
Got
and
an
play
Omen
this
flash for
retake?
this as
Darts
well.
Online. I'm still with the dash enabled as well.
Oh my
Flash
God.
over the top. That was Davies, I believe.
Yeah, it was.
The team flash. Snake bite at their feet now as well. Dart needs to be taken care of. Indeed it is,
Oh.
but it scans close. Is it going to be spammed there? Melzer rattling up to shots. There's
Oh
no
my
answer in
goodness,
sight.
how has
Still
not a
on
single
11
bullet
health. So much to do.
hit him when that is going on?
Not enough
Holy hell.
resources at his
Nice shots from him
disposal.
though, first one was good.
100 Thieves simply weren't able to take advantage of that dart.
The calling right now from
They
KRU
got one the scan off,
is
there was
really
certainly
good.
chances.
2
They all
back-to-back
had
rounds
sheriffs,
where it's just been
but
great.
KRU survive. And with only 2 rounds needed to lock up this first map, an enormous advantage for the Latam team hunting for their first win. And I think this is devastating for 100 Thieves, not just because they wanted a competitive game to begin here, but also because they needed to show us more than this in order for people to regain hope that they could be what was expected of them.
Yeah. A lot of criticism leveled at them regarding the team play, the compositions they've been playing on some of these maps, the ideas as well being a little bit too one-dimensional. We needed
What's
to see
Doombros doing? Is he
a good
doing? Is he
start in
flaming?
this series.
Doombros is always flaming.
And
That's
you
what
think
I've
about
noticed
the way that 100
recently.
Thieves absolutely dominated EG and how close
If
the
you
EG
blow up,
crew
don't
game
you? I'm
was.
not going to blow up the roster. It's fine.
There was reason to believe that 100 Thieves
They
might
just
come
need
out and have a somewhat simple one here.
just need
Certainly has
something
not
else.
been the case.
No. And credit the crew, I think that they
Stress brings out the worst in
read a lot
people.
of the weaknesses of the way that
To be fair, that K-Corp game actually looked stressful.
Yep.
a lot
The
of heavy
Ascent game
flanks,
did.
a lot of emphasis on contact pushes because they know there's no killjoy util to catch them.
And crew are also just abusing the middle of the map right now. Like you said, no killjoy utility, no alarm bot. And 100 Thieves are really going to struggle to regain information in this area. Derek has no utility. He can't re-drone this spot and see whether they're there.
Time running low though, down to 30
Yeah,
seconds in
they've
this
done
round,
good
and
at
it's
splitting
set
them
up.
up. Question marks here, question marks here.
No command ripping its way across here, Davies.
They go early. Got
abilities
no
to
flash
use
for
to
this
try
one.
and push this one back. Dart
Bang kind of needs to show himself.
pushing forwards, no one clears the corner.
All that.
And Ascen's there, bang to follow up. Lovely confidence peak there from Klaus. It's a great return on the fire. Damage! Oh! Hello? Easiest shots in the
10
world, just being
seconds
missed there. The player's just not looking for him. Derek. They pushing him wide. Close together, needs to win this fight out. Damage is done to Davies, but he doesn't fall. Tagged. Has to take a wider swing, has to take a wider fight. Down to the side. They are weak. Stella manages to go away.
What the hell was that last kill?
Necessary. 3 in a round, and that's a round win.
Okay, well, he bailed them out on this.
They're going to need a lot more of those.
Yeah, they're going to need
That
everyone
is a
to be doing
sloppy
those
one.
rounds by the looks
So
of
many
it.
situations that could have gone in a complete.
What the hell was this last shot, though?
Crew not clearing that close switch position. Cryo missing a really quite a simple kill on Melzer, who looked absolutely oblivious to the fact that there was a player Jenny. And then Stella with a
Biff,
gorgeous
thanks
flick
so much,
towards
mate.
the end.
Biff, appreciate
to win
you.
that
12 months.
1v3, I believe. The economy's still doing well though for Crew. In theory, that really was a bonus round, despite how good the weaponry was.
Gotta focus on that
Wait,
one
Biff,
round
are we
at
up
a
to,
time.
did I say 12? Yeah, dude, Biff, a
Crew.
whole year,
Lots
mate.
more
Appreciate you. Thank
opportunities
you
to
for
try
that.
and close this one. And again, look at that heavy presence towards mid. Door gets closed, but they immediately break it, wasting no time. We're in the first 20 seconds of the round. They're just disrespecting the middle area of this map.
And 100 Thieves also on the defense.
I mean, yeah, they're just
somewhat
creating
passive,
pressure there all the
actually. They
time.
don't
Because
tend
again, they have no
to try
killjoy,
and
so
take control of the tempo.
to go clear the pressure,
Cryo
you either
is
have to use the
naturally
knife or the
a bit of
drone,
a
and a lot of
safer
times you want the
jet
recon
player,
to actually hold over towards the
rather than
sights.
being very aggressive,
So a lot
someone
of times
like
they have
Ascent-
to just go
Ascent
searching.
Pressured here.
Yeah, double up, bang, Asna.
They're going searching and searching.
Hold on to A main if they have any chance of repelling the push.
Paranoid close, Asna. Not really aware if there's any sort of cross up, but a TP up to the high ground position. Angles watched for. Okay, A main control still there.
Keep an eye on the killjoy,
Crew
luck.
have taken control of the back of the
Oh.
site, and this reflank of Nags.
I mean, the recon dart goes into B main because I think that's where Nag's lurk might
Oh.
be. Nags is already so far
there's-
ahead.
But they're gonna, because no one's heaven,
Get too much from
they're
it
actually
because
going to
the
be scared of
entirety
heaven
of our
anyway.
team's grouped up, reflash round the side, spraying it down. Kesner's still in hell.
Oh,
Still
but he's
causing
gone
problems
short.
for them. It's got to be clean now. Try and take these fights
My God.
accurately. Nags
Dude,
as well,
Kesner
just
is
being that
popping
backstab
people.
element all the way behind him. No! One is wise to it. Down to the one-on-one. Cryo. No, planted safely. Can't quite stick it. On it. Tries to win the fight.
Dude,
It's
this guy's
Nags that
confidence
secures
is
the
gone.
round.
We're walk peeking that.
And it gets them up to map point.
Match point.
Nags on the monstrous lurk
Okay.
all the way through B.
8 chances to close this one out.
Evading that recon dart, slipping the net, and coming through towards the back.
What's his third shot? Oh,
I can't help but think as well that
Prius is doing me
you see
dirty
Cryo
today.
win
Oh
those
my goodness.
most of the time last year.
Yeah. You really do.
It's been quite the fall from grace watching this 100 Thieves team, but that gives such great opportunities to teams like Crew to capitalize. And my oh my, they certainly have
got the
done
same
here.
ults.
Okay, Stella going for the same ult that he has done pretty much every time he has a Viper's Pit online on the defense,
Yeah.
but no counterplay from Crew as yet. That's going to allow
Someone's
100
been-
Thieves now that
someone's
the
been
pit is
listening.
down to go and stack a bit more towards the B side. Still no attention paid towards mid, no attempt at a crunch, no aggression there really, but the weaponry is so poor. Crew
Data
are
Cowboy,
set up
thank
for
you so much, dude.
The slam dunk finish.
It's all or nothing for 100 Thieves in this
Love
round.
that, Data Cowboy. Thank you so much,
Only
man.
one rifle in the hands of Derek.
Hope work's going alright.
Crew are creeping ever closer now to that map win. Taking control steadily there. Moving their way up towards Cat. Killing his
No
new
op
family
as well, yeah.
Weapon's not too good for it.
I mean, they never.
No command now.
They never had any momentum going.
Just to make sure to deny this, but look at this contact
Here.
all the way up, not making any noise, and it's a double face, a double swing.
I'm loving the calling, I'm telling you. I'm loving some of the decisions being made by Crew.
Leading the charge of the rest of his
Like the
team.
mid-rounding stuff looks great.
Nags on a lurk, perfect. Melzer uses his ult, in fact, to avoid the Viper's pit, and Stella has been completely
Yeah, they just
circumvented.
avoid it fully.
It absolutely does. It has been a gorgeous performance today from Crew, an absolute dismantling of what 100 Thieves have brought to the table. Running the same comp, and Stella on the Viper, left with a judge in hand.
Judge in hand, it's an impossible scenario. The Hunter's Fury committed. They know exactly where he is. And for Crew, this has
Jesus.
been momentous. Great beginnings in that series, and with that one finalized, wrapping
This
it up
was
13-4
so
being the
dominant.
scoreline.
Oh my god,
They are
Crew looks
paving the
good
way
here.
to a
Crew
dominant
looks
beginning in
good.
this series.
100 Thieves did not look good.
One of the most one-sided maps that we've seen in VCT Americas. No hope for 100 Thieves there whatsoever. No signs of life. All Crew. And if Kesnet and Melzer don't have anybody putting up any kind of resistance, they are going to continue to run over the competition as we head deeper into this series. Kesnet's still on Jet, normally on Split. They're running double duelist a lot of the time on Split. Kesnet and Davies, they might just have a field day today. And what a way this would be to get Crew their first win.
Yeah, I loved the
Not
calling
just
from Crew.
a straight
Love the
through
calling.
battle against
KO
somebody
looked
else
really good.
that's at the bottom of the pack,
The
but
Sova was great.
an
Like honestly,
emphatic,
like,
decisive
Kesnet was just
statement victory
getting so many
over
multi-kills.
one of the North American hopefuls
Like, yeah, they look good on this
who
one.
has flown to